do you use vision, like computer vision integrated into this too?
So at the moment, there's no computer vision inside of Stardust, but we've done other products before. So we have another product that does sorting of cannabis biomass. And so that is almost entirely computer vision powered. And
Can I ask you a question with
sure.
that? When you say that, are you talking about like separating like seeds from stuff, or what is that when you say that?
So cannabis biomass is usually just dried cannabis stuff that isn't the stem. So when you take flower or cannabis plants, you dry them out, and then you usually break them off of the stem. And then there's a bunch of little stems, and there's a bunch of leaves, and there's the cannabis flowers. And some people just put all that into a bag, and that's considered cannabis biomass.
Okay.
And so when we say cannabis biomass sortation system, it's really meaning we're going to separate this pile into three piles. One of cannabis flower, one of cannabis stems or sticks, one of cannabis leaves. Things that like still have a lot of THCA and trichomes and cannabinoids on top of it, but you're never gonna sell leaves, right? You're gonna sell like flower, but you might extract leaves and then to create concentrate. And that system was completely computer vision powered. It's basically a conveyor belt with a high speed camera, like 4K high speed camera, that then as things were moving underneath it, it would identify what it is. Is it a leaf? Is it a stem? Is it a bud? And then depending on what it was, it would fall off the conveyor belt and we'd have air jets, which shot them one way or another. And then that was our like cannabis sortation system. And that was pretty cool. We integrated that into a couple facilities and that's pretty badass. Like there isn't yeah, there wasn't anything like that at the time. Now there's like one other company that's making something like that, but even that like the market penetration is like pretty low. So that's a big one. However, all of our machines actually have integrated cameras into them, and those aren't for computer vision, but those are actually for something that I think is, kind of more impactful for the customers. It's actually just for customer support. Because if you integrate cameras into the system, if something goes wrong, which something always goes wrong, whether it's the customer side or the company side or something about the product is weird or whatever, we can see what's going on. And so when an operator has a problem, and these operators are not engineers, right? Many times they're not technicians. They're kind of like low wage labor that are just operating the machine. When something goes wrong, they don't know what's going on. Like they haven't, gone to 5 years of schooling or 4 years of schooling to figure out what's going on. So when something happens, they need help and they need us to help them. And instead of us trying to like get them to explain what their problem is when they probably don't know themselves. We just look at a video of what's going on and we say, oh, this is your problem. You just have to do this. And it makes a 2 hour conversation to a 5 minute conversation. All of our support is integrated through Slack. So
Okay.
every company has their own dedicated Slack channel. All of their operators are on that Slack channel. If they have any issues, they come to us first and they can even see, when we're available. And it's a much better solution than trying to have them email a support line and maybe we get back to them and maybe call another one and then you just have like all these phone calls going off all the time. And so this is much better and people love it because it's instant, right? And everyone's so used to messaging on Slack or iMessage or whatever. So it makes things a lot more straightforward.
So, all right, we've talked about bearings and gears and robot arms and end effectors and laser vision systems and or camera inspection systems. What about sensors? Can you tell me about the sensors?
There's a ton of sensors on the machine,
Right.
especially I mean all of the machines we built. I would say the principal sensors that we normally use are, pressure sensors, pressure transducers, thermocouples, thermistors, RTDs. Those are, pressure and temperature, right? That's kind of the general metrics that you normally need. And then away from pressures and sensors, We have a lot of safety relays that are monitoring currents and then the current draw, and then not so much like a sensor, but more like telemetry. All of our robots are IoT enabled, and so we're getting data on everything so that way we can provide it for our customers. And then even the sensor data, as it, kind of can be a little bit of a canary in the coal mine. If you see sensor data outside of nominal, you can actually let the customers know, like, hey, there's nothing wrong with the sensor, but what the sensor is measuring is probably having some sort of issue. So you probably want to look at that.
All right, so looking to the future, what trends do you see in the automation of cannabis manufacturing that might influence the aerospace industry or vice versa?
So I think something that's gonna influence both of them in a very significant way is just the integration of more um, like AI systems, mostly for like quality control and doing general kind of manufacturing tasks. So one thing that we do right now, which right for Stardust is like basically robotic arm that then moves to different stations. And in the aerospace industry, they actually already have something like that, but they're called like machine tending robots. So there'll be robotic arms that are in front of CNC machines, and they kind of do the same thing. They pick up like billets and then they put them in the machine, and then from there they'll take them out of the machine. And sometimes there's like a wash station right there, and they'll wash it and then they'll present it. Which, if you kind of write down what both of those products are doing, they're kind of doing the same thing. But what they haven't quite done yet is either of them do quality control. And normally quality control is still being done in small part from computers, but mostly it's still humans. And what I see in the future is a lot of the AI improves. Most of that quality control is going to start moving to the machine side. And so some of the advancements in QC that are required in the like super deep, high tech quality control that's happening in aerospace, those will definitely influence us. And then we'll be integrating those. Once that technology becomes like more robust, you can change a few variables and retrain to help our customers. And then we'll implement that there. Because aerospace has much higher strict, requirements on that QC than cannabis will.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay curious.